What's good, y'all? You feel me? We doing a different type of video today. You feel what I'm saying? So this my first reaction video. Y'all gotta work with me. I'm still trying to figure out the little kinks of how to do all this, but y'all, we about to get into this. 7 rappers who got caught by their ops. Niggas be lacking, but you feel me? We about to go ahead and get into this. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long, so let's go ahead and get this started. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Let me drag this out the way a little bit. Hold on. Boom, we're gonna put that right there.
These are rappers who got caught lacking. And let's start things off with Julio Fulio, because way before Fulio's viral beef with Young and Ace, he had beef with another crew in Jacksonville, which led to him getting shot back in the 9th grade. In December 2014, a 14-year-old named DaveEnt Crowden was shot and killed waiting for the school bus. He and Fulio went to school together and were known to be from rival gangs. The high school Fulio went to was...
Give me 1 second, hold on. I'm gonna try not to pause it too much, but feel me, we go ahead and do this.
Was also in the ops neighborhood, so he was outnumbered. So after DaveEnt got killed, rumors quickly spread that Fulio was somehow involved. Even though he told everyone he didn't do it, he was still young and dumb. So Fulio started dissing DaveEnt to let his ops know he wasn't scared and wanted all the smoke, which was a big mistake because one day after school, he almost got in a fight with 3 people before getting on the bus to go home. And they wanted his head bad. So once Fulio got off the bus, he ducked off in the cut to roll up and smoke. And 10 minutes later, someone ran up and started sending shots at him. Fulio got hit in the hip and crawled to a house where a lady was sitting on the porch to avoid getting hit again. Fulio screamed to the lady, letting her know he had just gotten shot, but she wanted nothing to do with it. And instead of helping, she told him she ain't care and told him to get the out of her yard. So with Fulio lying in the yard, he had no other option but to play dead until the shooters left. And later on, he was brought to the hospital and questioned by police about the murder of DaveEnt Crowden. And they pressed him hard, but since he was on the way to school when DaveEnt got killed, he was cleared of involvement. And after he recovered, he decided to drop out of school since he was too much of a target. But this wasn't the only time Fulio was caught lacking, because in November 2021, it was around 5 in the morning and Fulio had just arrived at his crib. And as he was getting out of his truck, he was met with a hell of gunfire. So he had no choice but to grab his gun and start firing back. And after the shooting, Fulio noticed that he was grazed in the leg. So he decided not to go to the hospital since it wasn't a serious injury. And not too long after this, Fulio went to Instagram to talk about the situation.
Not no shooters. I ended my whole clip on my dad. Stop playing with me. And I didn't get hit. I got grazed in the leg. Stop playing.
Fulio would also go on to taunt whoever shot at him, saying, y'all missed a whole 100 shots, literally. And after the fans saw what Fulio...
Bruh, I can't, bruh. Like, the street life ain't for me, bruh. Like, I mean, I could hold my own, don't get me wrong, but these niggas gotta be on their 10s at all time. He talking about 5 a.m. Nigga, I'm sleepy. What the fuck? I'm sleepy as shit.
Posted, they started to assume Fulio was up to no good since he ran to Instagram about the situation. So hours later, he went live, clearing the situation up.
Listen, on trading my gun and register, I shot back in self-defense. Y'all dumb. I shot back in self-defense. You don't think if I did something illegal, I would be in jail?
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch.
Yeah, the police put me in the back of the car all the time.
Let's talk about Quando Rondo, because Quando is famous for being involved with the death of King Von back in 2020. And he's had a target on his back ever since. And in August 2022, Quando almost got taken out when some goons caught him lacking in LA.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
Because Quando and his bros were at a gas station when 3 shooters pulled up on him and started letting off shots. Rumors quickly started going around that Quando...
Bro, you know how reckless you gotta be to shoot somebody at a gas station? Like, open fire at a gas station is crazy, bro. They don't care about blowing up. Like, bro, nah, that's insane.
Quando had been shot and killed, but it turns out the shooters completely missed Quando. And unfortunately, Quando's homie, Lil Pab, got hit and died from the injuries. And hours later, a video was released of Quando screaming and crying while the cops pulled Pab's body out of the truck. But what makes the situation even worse is that another one of his bros was killed in Savannah a few days before this shooting. Spot 'em Got 'em was also caught lacking and is lucky to be alive today, because in the early morning of September 17th, 2020, the rapper posted a video on his IG story showing himself at the House of Hits recording studio in Miami. And House of Hits is a popular studio in Miami, so it wouldn't be too hard for anyone who knew the area to know his location. So not long after Spot 'em Got 'em left the studio, a car pulled up on the side of his car and fired 22 shots at him. Spot 'em Got 'em and another dude in the back seat got hit, and no one knew if he was alive. His attorney later confirmed that it was true that he had been shot but was still alive. She also made clear that it wasn't a shootout, it was just a drive-by, and Spot 'em was the victim. And the internet quickly found out that the car Spot 'em Got 'em was driving in was stolen. Spot 'em said he had nothing to do with stealing the car, but was just driving in it. And after the shooting, a YouTuber made a video saying that he owned the car and that it was stolen from him.
Nah, yeah, it was white. It was stolen in Atlanta. Sheesh. 22 bullet holes. Sheesh.
I need a... What here?
But Spot 'em Got 'em isn't the only rapper that had something to do with the stolen car and ended up getting shot at, because Lil Reese was also in a similar situation. But first, let's talk about the time he was caught lacking back in 2019. One day, a rapper named Skeezy posted a video of Lil Reese getting beat up by 5 guys in the street. And what made things worse from the video is that fans claimed that Lil Reese boo-booed on himself after getting beat up. And Lil Reese ended up speaking on the situation a few months later, saying he got jumped by 5 people and still fought back.
Beat me up. Wow. Wow. Where they do that at?
He also posted a video of him with $40,000 on Twitter, claiming that he was never robbed, only jumped.
Money for me, that's how much you gonna come up. To my big maybe myself.
And months later, after fans dove deeper into the situation, they found out that Reese didn't doo-doo on himself. It was just the type of boxers he was wearing that made it look like that. And the next situation Lil Reese had was 10 times worse, because not even an entire...
They cap it. That nigga definitely shit on himself.
A year after the first incident, Reese was just chilling, depositing some money into his mom's bank account, and seconds later, his car was shot 26 times, and he was hit in his neck with a .762 round. And he spoke on the situation a little in an interview with Cam Capone after he recovered.
Damage did the bullet do to you?
It came out my back. It went from my neck to my back. So it came out like right here, and it came out my back right here. So that went out my neck, came out my back.
After the shooting, he also said he was...
Nah, see why they call this nigga the Grim Reaper. Nigga got shot in his neck, came out his back. And this nigga still doing his thing. That's crazy.
Was happy to be alive. He didn't care about anything else. But Reese just couldn't avoid trouble because on May 15th, 2021, reports claimed that Lil Reese and 3 other men were involved in yet another shooting.
3 people were shot on the near north side this morning. One of them rapper Lil Reese.
He was grazed by a bullet, and this is not the first time Lil Reese has been the victim of gunfire. He was also shot in 2019.
And Reese and the 3 men had got hit and beaten up during an alleged car robbery attempt. Then, according to a Chicago news reporter, a 55-year-old father used his GPS tracker on his cell phone to find his son's stolen Dodge Durango. The GPS led them to a parking garage connected to some luxury apartments. And when the father approached Lil Reese and the other man in the car, someone let off shots, turning it into a large close-range shootout. So the driver of the Durango tried speeding off, but ended up crashing, causing the guys to exit the vehicle and let off even more shots. And in this altercation, Reese got grazed in the eye. You also can hear the man yelling at Lil Reese in the video since he was found in a stolen Durango.
Look at Lil Reese out here leaking. Got your beat. Stole my car.
And thankfully, Reese didn't lose his life in the situation. Also, subscribe since I'm giving $100 to one person who subscribes in the next 7 days. But now, let's talk about GBO Gaston, because he's a rapper from LA that's known for dissing people for clout. Because after Nipsey passed away, he started claiming to be the shooter to get attention. And he even took things so far that he threw a cup full of pee on Nipsey's mural, which is way too far. Gaston originally came up as a Minecraft YouTuber until he started chasing clout and trying to act hard. And videos started going around showing what he's really like when the ops catch him lacking. Because one video showed someone catching him in the streets, and when they tried to press him, Gaston allegedly ran into the police station. And in another clip, someone saw him in court and saw they were going to put their hands on him, but no one knows if they actually did it. And a few months later, some goons finally caught Gaston and recorded a video of them stomping and beating on him, basically trying to warn him to stop all the clout chasing. Hopefully, Gaston goes back to making Minecraft videos before things get even worse. Lil TJ has also been caught lacking because in 2022, he was sitting in the whip with his homies when a dude walked up and tried to rob him. At some point, shots started going off and TJ and one of his bros got hit. Someone in the car was shooting back though and ended up hitting the robber. At first, it didn't look like TJ would make it out alive since he was unconscious for a long time and no one knew if he was going to wake back up. But 2 months after things went down, TJ hopped on IG to thank everyone for the support.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy TJ, man. I'm just checking in with y'all. I just want to say thanks for the love, thanks for the support.
And TJ dropped the song, Beat the Odds. And in the song, he talks about living through the shooting and being grateful for a second chance in life. Ralphie OSS is a rapper from Philly who also went viral for a clip of him getting caught lacking because Ralphie was chilling on the block with some of the bros when a car pulled up and a shooter hopped out and started shooting at Ralphie with a switch. Ralphie got shot in both his legs and hit the ground. But luckily, the shooter's gun jammed up and Ralphie was able to run inside the corner store. And the shooter ran after him after he got his gun working again. But once he got to the door, someone from inside the store started shooting back, which caused the shooter to run away. And not too long ago, Ralphie spoke a little on the situation in an interview he did with Say Cheese TV.
That's a blessing for real. Cause if his clip ain't pop out when he hit the ground, he tripped over the scooter, his clip pop all out. If that ain't happened, I'd have came back outside to some more shots.
Ralphie ended up having to spend a week in the hospital, but thankfully he made a full recovery and now he's back on his grind. Kodak Black was also caught lacking after leaving a party in LA because out of nowhere, a fight broke out and Kodak decided to hop in the fight, which wasn't the best idea because seconds later, someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. Kodak got hit in the leg and later went live, taunting whoever shot him. But this is nothing compared to what Kodak did to T.I. or Fulio. So click this video to see times Kodak Black humiliated rappers.
That shit crazy. These niggas really gotta be on their tens at all times. I mean, everybody do for real, but not everybody got niggas out looking for them, trying to kill them. So, hey, if y'all like videos like this, man, I could keep them coming. If not, I'm gonna still keep them coming. But appreciate y'all for watching this. Make sure to subscribe. That's what we going for this whole year. Just subscribe. And I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. We out.